Hello and welcome to the BC Football Show, Chilliwack Giants edition. I'm your host, Tim Amey. Today's show will have the President's message from Chris Clark about the upcoming 2021 season and Chili Bowl. An interview with Coach Ian Parks about the Spring Flag and Giants video productions. We get to congratulate our scholarship winners, talk about the Spring Tackle BC PFA Regional Academies, and lastly, an interview with Bantam player Carter Dallas, longtime Giant and now a member of Team BC. After a successful 2019 season, 2020 and COVID put a bit of a damper on team sports. The Giants still got an opportunity to get out in the field, however, socially distanced, but still having fun. Now, our president, Chris Clark, could not be here today, but as per his message, practices for the fall season are well underway. We have over 150 athletes on teams in the under-8 flag division, the Atom, Pee-wee, and Junior Bantam tackle divisions, as well, of course, our cheerleading program. The coaches are fine-tuning the details before the start of the preseason tournaments. Speaking of the preseason, we're very excited about the 12th annual Chili Bowl on August 21st and 22nd. There'll be over 25 teams from across BC attending. This year, we'll have an on-site food truck, kids zone, and other exciting events planned for the weekend. Admission, as always, is free. And if you can't be there in person, the event will be live streamed on Chilliwack Giants' YouTube channel. For any other details about the Giants, please check out our website, chilliwackgiants.com, or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. And next, a feature interview with Coach Ian Parks. And of course, I'm joined by none other than Giants coach Ian Parks. And Ian, you were behind the 5-man Spring Flag program this season. Enlighten us, what was that all about?
Well, this season was a little bit different than some of the other seasons, obviously, because of what we were faced with. But again, I had the pleasure of being a part of it. And when we talk about Spring Flag, we talk about player development, we talk about making sure the kids are having lots of fun. So the Giants this year got an opportunity to have U10, U12, and U14 divisions. We even had some U8s playing on the U10 teams. It was a lot of fun, lots of kids just running around and, just learning about football and getting outside again, which was super, super important. So we were also blessed with the ability to put together what we called an elite program for the U14s. And that was designed to kind of put together some provincials teams, a lot like the other associations where they get to handpick some of the teams. We wanted to do the same thing, but we wanted to develop a bigger number, kind of into like a rep program. And so we had lots of fun with that. And, we worked all the way from January until June when we had the finals.
That's amazing. We all sort of took football for granted for, our whole lives. And then COVID comes along and you realize just how important something is when suddenly you just can't do it anymore. So thank you very much for putting that program together to get the kids out and active. And speaking of course, the flag program, we had U12, under 12 champion coach Alan Grant, the under 14 coach Greg Fawcett. You just mentioned the elite under 14 and the under 14 winner coach Tyler Barbon. Now we can't talk about the Giants without talking about the wonderful video production that we get to do here at chilliwackgiants.com. And of course, you have Giants Blitz, for which I'm the host. Ian, talk to us about Giant production, chilliwackgiants.com, Friday Night Lights, and of course, Blitz.
Yeah, one of the special things about the Chilliwack Giants when I first came on about 13 years ago was you'd get a DVD of your games, and you walk away and you put that on the computer, and you get to watch your kids. You get to make little clips, and tons of fun. And of course, the Giants video production, like you mentioned with Blitz and everything else, has really come together. And I think the pointing end of the stick with what I call Wayne Bjorge's vision with the Friday Night Lights, I think is really captured by a video that I brought along. And I have permission to show this video because I happen to know the people in it. But maybe we can just watch and show the video to the audience here.
Next up, number 2, wide receiver, Ryan Parks. Oh, yeah, look at him.
And now, of course, looking at that footage from Friday Night Lights, seeing that tunnel and helmet, I was on the executive my first year when we bought that thing, and I didn't really understand what was the big deal. It adds so much fun and just another layer of fun for the kids. Friday Night Lights is the most fun you'll ever have. And it just takes it to that next level of fun, having kids run out of that tunnel every Friday night and seeing their faces on the big screen.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, proud dad moment, right? And, you know, you can't put a price on something like that. And even the other associations, coaches will come up to me and say, do we get to run out of the tunnel tonight? So it's fantastic. It's a great representation of what the Chilliwack Giants can bring to the Valley here. And it's just another great tool for us to make it more enjoyable for the kids.
It really does make it fun for the kids. Now, speaking of video, huddle is a big part of everything we do here with the Giants. And for the uninitiated, Ian, what exactly is huddle?
Yeah, Huddle is a tool that we use for video to upload to the program. We can cut the video, highlight players, put some notes on there. Some of it is, hey, look at the fantastic block that he made, to highlight that to some of the other players. Some of that is positioning. Some of that is actually, look, this positioning could have been a touch better, you know, to be able to prevent that play defensively or to get into a better position to make a block. So we use it for that. The players will actually use it at the older ages so that they can start packaging pieces of the video and send them to colleges, send them to potential teams that might be interested in them, like with junior teams. And then, of course, the coaches use it as a tool to be able to communicate with all the players and playbooks. You can put offensive, defensive, and special teams playbooks on there, and now you can utilize it. So great tool. I'm glad the Chilliwack Giants were able to help support that at the older ages. Junior Bantam starting to use it now as well. And again, just part of the reasons why I really like being a part of the Chilliwack Giants.
And having that video is huge for a lot of the kids' development, because one thing to be on the field and run the plays, but they don't see it in the big picture to really understand makes a massive difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, with Friday Night Lights, we do have Blitz. And I started off as a fun thing, but you see it a little differently.
Yeah, you know, I do. And at the risk of embarrassing you just a little bit, I think it's a big piece of the culture of football in Chilliwack, and you guys get to show the side stories, the small pieces that might not be seen when people watch a football game. So part of the reason I wanted to make sure that I was here is to thank you for your efforts and all of your work on that. And again, that's just another piece that the Chilliwack Giants can bring to everybody playing football.
The pleasure's all mine. It really is a lot of fun. Of course, the other thing that the Chilliwack Giants do extremely well is offer scholarships. We offer scholarships to our players that have graduated high school, going on to the next phase of their life. Gavin Thomas played from 2015 to 2019. He'll be using his scholarship at the University of the Fraser Valley, getting a Bachelor of Science. Gavin will be majoring in mathematics and hopes to become a teacher. Paris Maston played from 2009 to 2017. She's attending UFE General Studies, looking to get a prerequisite to get into the dental hygiene program. Krista Parks was one of our cheerleaders from 2011 to 2017. She'll be attending UFE General Studies, entering the nursing program at UFE. She, of course, is also one of the camera operators for ChilliwackGiants.com. And Jackson Wilkes was a player from 2011 to 2021. He's heading off to Kamloops to Thompson River University, enrolled in the Police and Justice Studies. That'll be followed by a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. This year with spring tackle and uncertainty, a lot of the programs went towards the BC PFA for regional programs. 2 teams from Vancouver Island, 2 from Vancouver, Prince George, Kelowna Kamloops, and of course Fraser Valley East, primarily Chilliwack. Our under 14 representatives were Ridley Maston, voted with Chase Claypool and Ben McKay. Under 16, Carter Dallas, Yapo Conte, Brady Andrea, Brody Monroe, Aiden Hewitt, Jake the Axe Wood, Jake Bowman, Christian Beck, Kayan Jenner, Noah Johnson, Pierce Friesen, Jaden Hebner, and of course, Braden Fraser. For under 18, Josh Caverly, Vincent Braunauer, Braden McDonald, Lucas Fever, Tyson Oregard, Tyson Kelly, Travis Richley, DJ Stevens, Sawyer Tether, and Billy Hunter. Congratulations on all our representatives for their incredible hard work and success. Now our feature interview, where Ian Parks talks to our under 16 representative, Carter Dallas.
Thank you very much for coming today, Carter. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure to be here with you, Coach.
That video, my goodness, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. What are your thoughts when you watch that video?
Yeah, it was a great season. I was with my boys all season. We took it to the end, but unfortunately we lost. It was still a great season. We only lost 2 games really that season, so you couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, and it looks like with that being your last season because of COVID, we're heading into this year, and I know you're doing lots of work in the off season. What does that look like for you right now?
Well, right now I was just training with Bob Reist for a while, doing some run training at Townsend, doing hill work with the group at GW and Coach Luke, and it's been a really good off season so far.
Wow, that's exciting that you're doing so much in the off season. And I know because I happen to help coach you this spring that this spring you were working hard for maybe a spring tackle season, and then it turned into the BCPFA regional academies. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, well, we were all looking good, all was good a week before games, and I came down with a torn, what was it? It was a torn ligament in my thumb, but I unfortunately was out for 6 weeks and I couldn't play. But they still selected me, and I was on the team, and they had to make another selection to go to the actual Team BC to play against Alberta after that, and I still made it. And the reason how is I took it upon myself, and I talked to all the coaches, Coach White more specifically, and I sent in all my film to him and all the other coaches, and they liked what they saw, and I still made it. So yeah.
Wow, that's, when I hear about that, and I hear about all the work that you put in behind the season with the off-season training, and then now you tell me about all the stuff that you did to get onto Team BC while injured. I always say as a coach, when you got injured, people are saying, geez, we're looking for the next Carter Dallas, next man up. Pretty tough to find that next Carter Dallas, and you've been doing such a good job. When we think about that group of guys from your last season, I was doing some math, and a lot of those guys are going to be playing together with you this fall. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, of course. It's going to be a great season with GW. All of us are going to be back. The band's back together, basically, and we're going to try to make another run, maybe win the championship for GW now. We can.
Yeah, no kidding. That's awesome. I look forward to watching you more on the field, and it's going to be fantastic. When you started football, and I remember your dad was your coach, and you started it and you were having fun. Is it still fun right now?
Yeah, of course. It's a main role in my life, really. I can put my passion on the field and leave it all there. I can go out and hit people for free, really. Like, I'm just taking out my anger on people, and it's just, of course it's fun, yeah.
Awesome. And what is your future in football, do you think? I mean, I have some ideas as a coach because I've had an opportunity to coach you. One day I get to say I knew Carter Dallas. But what does coaching, or what does football look like for you in the future?
Yeah, well, hopefully it can take me to college somewhere I can get a better education. Of course, football is going to be a big part if I can go pro, but really it's the upside of being able to get a better education and a better, just life, to be honest.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule with all your off-season stuff, and look forward to watching you this fall. And I can hardly wait to get back on the field after that injury and play for Team BC, play for your high school. I'm really looking forward to it. So that was Carter Dallas, everybody, from the Chilliwack Giants. Thank you very much again, Carter. And we'll go back to you there, Tim.
Thank you so much, Coach Ian, for that great interview with Carter Dallas and all the insights you provided. This wraps up our Chilliwack Giants edition of the BC Football Show. I'm Tim Amey. See you next time.